Occupy Phoenix did not reach consensus on a list of grievances at their emergency General Assembly Saturday morning at Cesar Chavez Plaza, deciding instead to send the task back to the working group for further action. Assembling the grievances was the biggest task for Occupy Phoenix this week. The process began last Saturday, and brainstorming sessions were held through Thursday. The proposals were numerous and ran the gamut from reforming the political system to revamping the financial industry.
These concerns were born out of groups that have been meeting every day to brainstorm about this concern. And this is the synthesis of those meetings.
The multitude of proposals were culled to 3 for Saturday's presentation to the General Assembly, and they were read aloud for the General Assembly to consider them.
The Phoenix General Assembly recognizes the following 3 issues as unifying our movement. We stress that these issues do not fully encompass the entirety of each individual's concerns, but we let these serve as a starting point for dialogue, outreach, and the 99% taking back control of our futures. The controlling influence of money in politics, systemic inequality and criminalization of our communities, which are driving an increasingly inequitable distribution of wealth, the structural incentivism of unchecked greed in Wall Street, corporate America, and the government, including, but in no way limited to, corporate personhood.
Emotions were mixed among the 50 or so who gathered for the General Assembly. Several people were desperate to call for solutions, but facilitators were able to keep the discussion focused on the proposed grievances.
So, mic check. We really appreciate your ideas. You're valuable to this movement. But as discussed, we're talking about concerns, not solutions. Friendly amendments should have to do with concerns, not solutions. So thank you for sharing. But now's not the time.
My name is Patty. And my direct response is, if we don't agree on something, we will sit here for hours. With everybody putting in their 2 cents. And nothing getting done. These are general concerns. That we can agree on. And move forward.
Eventually, it was obvious to the facilitators and the General Assembly that consensus was not achievable, so the 3 grievances were sent back to the working group to be taken up at a later date.
So I recommend we try to see if we have consensus now. Do we feel that this proposal is ready to be adopted today? I see a lot of disagreement. I think we do not have consensus. And that is okay. That means we're making progress